What this Colts offense do against this Texans defense? Top 4 in scoring, 3rd best rushing defense in the league. But look at Andrew Luck. 13-1 against top 5 scoring defenses in his career. Completes passes, throws for 300-plus yards, good TD-INT ratio, and a great passer rating. And when it's all said and done, gentlemen, you know, after the game's over, we get these stat sheets that kind of break down all the numbers.
That's winning football.
Kind of tell the story. And you mentioned before, TD, when you go line by line on this, you see numbers that stand out. 200 rushing yards, by the way, against a stellar Texans rush defense. Andrew Luck, a clean game for him. The numbers don't tell the story about how well the Colts looked on the field, how well he played, and also how this team seems poised to make a run.
Yeah, after the game, you know, coaches, they get on the bus and they pass these sheets around. And you look at them and you try to figure out, okay, what kind of game we had. And try to see if there's any outliers there. But what stands out to me is the 200 yards rushing. I mean, off the bat, that just pops you right in the face. In a playoff game, that typically means that you have won that game. I mean,
my question, our research staff, has anybody this year rushed for 200 yards as a team and lost? It's a hard thing to do.
I don't know that.
That would be very hard to do because you're going to control the time, the time of possession. So the offense is going to be on the sideline. So I'm just curious if that ever happened, because when you see that type of stat, you normally win the football game.
But it wasn't just Marlon Mack getting it done. He had 148 yards, but Andrew Luck ended up with 29 rushing yards as well. As a team, they had 200. Andrew Luck, though, of evading pressure, that was the X factor on a few of their drives where it felt like the Texans defense had him dead to rights. He escapes, drive stays alive, final score tells the story.
He is. You know, I mean, one thing about Andrew Luck, you know, watching him play since he's been in leagues, watching him play at Stanford, he's always been a guy that can win. He understands the system. He understands the game. He's a competitor. He doesn't say a whole bunch, but every time he steps on the field, that guy is ready to play football.
Although some of the guys that we've had in this building have talked about how he does this thing where you may just smack him hard. You're chasing after him, and he gets up and always gives you the helmet tap. Nice hit. Good job.
Yeah, that's kind of
unnerving.
He's killing you with kindness.
Yes,
He's killing you with kindness.
I hit this guy as hard as I can.
He
like said, thank you.
Yeah. Well, he's also killing you by finding T.Y. Hilton in this game. Targeted him 10 times, 5 catches for 85 yards, and T.Y. talked to our Randy Moss after the game.
First of all, where'd you find that cool but scary clown mask?
I went to Party City last night. I sent the trainers to go get it for me. They went and got it for me. You know, son, I just wanted to have fun with it.
And you had some fun, but you guys backed it up. An unbelievable first half. What was the key to the offensive execution during that?
Oh, just keep doing what we've been doing, man. You know, we've been hot. You know, that's the main thing. As long as you get hot and get in the dance, you know, you're able to do what you do out here. And we just want to come out here and impose our will on them. That's a tough team, man. We played them twice. We pretty much knew what to expect, but we want to come out here and have fun.
You had 85 yards, right? You can't practice. You got to be in pain. How do you keep doing this week after week?
God give, man. You know, I constantly stay in the training room, you know, 24/7. I don't leave. Even when I leave, I go home, do some more rehab. Just continue to get better, man. My team needs me. I'm going to continue to be there for them.
You been paying any attention to the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh, absolutely. That's a tough team, man, you know, but we look forward to the challenge. We're going to enjoy this one, and then we'll get straight back to work and focus on them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How much do they need T.Y. Hilton to be at 100% and productive on the field if they want to make a deep run?
Yeah, a lot. It's interesting what he said, and we always ask somebody about teams that you want to face, and we talked about this earlier, right? So the whole thing is you have to face the Chiefs, right? And it's always like we look forward to the challenge. There are certain teams you don't want to face in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you go into the postseason. I know in my career I've gone into the postseason. We're like, they'll ask you on camera, and you'll go, yeah. But in your mind, you're going, I really don't want to play that team because we have to play that team. That's a tough win on the road, and everybody knows this. Going to Kansas City, first of all, it's tough to play any type of year. But this year alone, these guys are dynamic on offense. Defensively, not so much, but offensively, they can score against anybody in the National Football League.
And say what you will about momentum, this team has certainly shown that they can put some win streaks together. This is a great time of year for them to do that. T.Y. Hilton, we heard from. We'll also hear from Andy.